September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and as a clinical creative arts therapist, I would like to teach y'all how I teach my clients to use art as a way to combat those feelings of wanting to unalive. So, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, okay? So, the first thing I want to say is oftentimes when people come to me, they tell me that their family and friends tend to invalidate their feelings and don't understand them. And I just want to say, I get it. When you're not a professional or not somebody who's experienced those feelings before, it can be really, really hard to understand. But what I want to communicate to y'all is remember, emotions are energy in motion. Emotions are energy in motion. So when we have a lot of emotions trapped in our minds, our hearts, and our bodies that's never been expressed, especially the really painful ones, the guilt, the shame, the anger, the depression, the anxiety, the sadness, when we don't have a healthy way to channel those emotions, guess what happens? It builds up inside of us, so much so that it takes over our entire body, because all of those emotions get stored in our bodies and in our minds. And then people, may start to feel like they have a dark cloud over their head, and it might be so much emotional pain that they don't know how to get it out. They don't know how to release it, and they just might need a temporary escape or a permanent escape. Trigger warning, this may look like self-harm, doing something physical to escape the emotional pain. This might look like substance or alcohol abuse, trying to distract yourself from the true frequency of how you're feeling so that you can, feel a different way. This may look like permanently wanting to take your own life. Really just keeping in mind that when people are feeling this way, they are just simply in so much pain that they don't know how to get it out. They don't know how to stop. They don't know how to feel better. They don't know what to do. So keeping this in mind helps us to hold compassion, not only for other people, but even for yourself, right? So how do I work with my clients to use the creative arts therapies to help them to channel these emotions? Now, the beautiful thing about art is, oh my God, it is literally one of the best modalities to heal yourself and to understand yourself. So I'm going to give y'all some homework. When you are drawing a picture, when you are painting, when you are writing a poem, I want you to take the true emotions that you are really feeling in that moment, and I want you to channel it into your work of art. I want you to channel your emotions into your poetry. Channel your emotions into your art. If you are feeling angry, create some angry art. If you are feeling emotional, dance, move your body in a way that expresses your true emotions. Your emotions need to be transmuted. It's energy that needs to be transmuted. How do we do that? Through whatever creative medium works for you. So when it comes to my dance movement therapy clients, I have a method that I have created actually, which is pretty nice, called shadow movement, right? Because I'm a shadow work practitioner. Hold on, y'all, my eye is watering. Yeah. So utilizing authentic movement and shadow work together. My eye keeps watering. It's okay, whatever. Anyway. So basically, I have my clients identify how they're feeling, and then we put on some music and we go through an entire process, but I allow them to really express themselves through their movement. And we talk about it after, it's way more scientific than that, but that's something there. You can do that by yourself. Put on some music and move your body the way that you're truly feeling. How are you feeling? If you're angry, what do you want to do? Do you want to bang on the pillow? Do you want to shake really hard? Do you want to jump? What do you want to do? So moving your body. I also do poetry groups, poetry therapy groups called Vent Poetry with my clients. And basically, we use free verse poetry as a way to channel all of the painful emotions or thoughts or feelings or themes that we have a hard time talking about in life. So how can we turn that into a poem? It's amazing. And usually when they turn it into a poem, it's so beautiful. And so many people in the groups can relate to how they're truly feeling. We got to give the energy, we got to give the emotions a place to go, right? Now, when it comes to grief, right? Now, this is a big one. Definitely writing a letter, like writing to express yourself. Writing is literally one of the best things that you can do. That's also a form of art. You know, there's so many different ways that we can use it. So writing a letter to the person that you're grieving about, or writing about your grief, but also painting your feelings, right? Because sometimes we don't have the words. We don't have the words to express how we're feeling. But when we put it in color, you can put it in drawing. And you don't have to be a high level, like highly trained, knowing how to do the dimensions and stuff like that type of artist. Your art is, it don't matter if you take a pencil and you scribble. You can take you could take some red paint, put it on your hands and just smear it across the canvas. You can take some black paint and put it on your arms and just start rolling them on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, art is a place where you can get messy. It's a safe space for you to be messy and for you to fall apart. Art is a container to hold all of the truths that we tend to swallow up. And so I, as a creative arts therapist, use these different modalities with my clients clinically. I know y'all here see the mystic therapist, but I am actually a therapist too. We use these modalities as ways to help them to channel those things that they're keeping inside. And what's happening, I want y'all to remember, is emotions are energy emotions. So they're taking all of this energy that's been stuck in their bodies and they're giving it a place to go. And guess how they feel after? Relief. Relieved, right? And also writing raps too, writing music, creating music. How can I forget music? Oh my God. Yes, honey, music is one of the best things ever. And please do not compare yourself to anybody. Art is the expression of the soul. It don't matter what you do and how you do it, as long as you doing it and you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you go to a museum, they be selling a canvas with one line on it for $1 million, honey. So please don't judge yourself, okay? Just create. So I want to, share this message to everybody who's watching today to remind you to tap into art in whatever form that resonates with you, to get yourself through these months, through the fall season, through the winter season, when seasonal depression comes. And I want you to, if you know someone who is suicidal, I want you to send them this video. And I also want to encourage everyone to encourage them to paint, encourage them to create, take them to do something with them, paint their feelings and validate their feelings. Of course, we don't want them to go, send them the hotline 988. But understand that what they're saying when they say they don't want to be here is that they're suffering in extreme amounts. You know what I'm saying? And encourage them to get support and let them know like their feelings are valid. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this video helps somebody. Please share this, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, I would love to, be here to support. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Bye.